everybody, it's Michelle, and today I'm going to show you how to make some overnight oats that I like to prep ahead for as much as a week at a time. You could even do more if you like. I'm going to start out putting my dry ingredients into a mason jar. This is a 1 cup mason jar. It's the same size as this one here that I have made some of my delicious coconut honey butter in. And as you can see, they look very different. I prefer this one. It's wider, but it's shorter, so it makes it a lot easier to scoop in and just eat it right out of the jar the next morning. So I'm going to be using these, and I just got these at Walmart. I'll see if I can find a link to those to include for you guys too. I really like the short ones for eating out of. And they come with the lids and bands for traditional canning. You can use those if you like, but I prefer these plastic lids that are sold separately also in the canning aisle. And I can just put that on and store it in my fridge. I'll have the recipe on screen toward the end of the video, including calorie count, so you guys can refer back to that. But these overnight oats are a healthy breakfast. It's good for a psoriasis diet, good for a weight loss diet. They're quick and easy to just grab, and you can eat them cold or microwave them for about 45 seconds the next morning. And I like to prep ahead as much as a week at a time with just the dry ingredients, sort of like a little gift in a jar for myself. And I've got a whole lineup of those ready, and I can just add the wet ingredient at the end to each one the night before I'm going to be eating those for breakfast. So for my dry ingredients, I'm going to be using 1/3 of a cup of oats, and just put those right in. And I use the old-fashioned oats because I like a little bit of chew to mine. You can use quick oats or whatever you prefer. And then I'm going to add in some ground flax seed. And I got this very affordably at Walmart. It's the Great Value brand, organic. I really love all of the new organic products that Great Value is coming out with recently. A lot of great health foods. And flax seeds are really great for a psoriasis diet as well as a heart healthy diet or a weight loss regimen. Whatever it is, these are super healthy for you. High in omega-3s, high in protein. So many benefits to those as well. And I'm going to be adding 1.5 teaspoons, which is the same as 1/2 tablespoon. And another thing that I learned along the way is that it is important that you get the ground flax seed. If you get the whole flax seed, your body's not quite so able to break that down and take the oils and all the healthy benefits from the inside of the seed that it needs. So if you can get the ground, it's going to be best, and you're going to get the best benefits out of that. So I've got my 1.5 teaspoons in here. And you don't have to, but I'm just going to kind of stir it into the oats a little bit and let those ground flax seeds filter through a little bit. And then you can just leave it like this and just have plain oats, but I like to add a little bit more to mine. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of coconut and 1 tablespoon of sliced almonds. And for those 2 ingredients, you can change that up any way that you're happy with. I like coconut and almond, and I'm using the sweetened coconut. If you want to make it a little healthier and a little less sweet, you can get the unsweetened coconut. I don't really have access to that. It's not in any of the stores here locally. I've had it before, but I had to go shopping out of town to get that. It is delicious too, and you don't necessarily need the sweetness, but like I said, that's all I had access to. And coconut is so good for you. It's one of my favorite, maybe my very favorite thing. And for the almonds also, I prefer, if I had those, also the slivered almonds, because where they're thicker pieces, they are a little crunchier. And I love crunch. You can also change that up for a tablespoon of any kind of dried fruit in place of the coconut, and any other nut in place of the tablespoon of almonds. Whatever is your favorite. I may actually do some more videos later on for you guys of some different variations that I have tried in the overnight oats, and they are all so delicious. So it's just that simple. 4 ingredients. We've got our oats, flaxseed, coconut, and almonds. And I'm just going to put my lid on that. And if I were prepping for the week, I would just go ahead and make as many of these as I wanted to prep ahead with. It's all dry ingredients. You can store them in the fridge or just out on the counter. Everything is dried, so it will be perfectly safe at room temperature. But the night before you want these for breakfast, you want to add a half a cup of almond milk. And again, you can adjust that to your liking and your calorie needs. You can use the sweetened or unsweetened almond milk. You can use the vanilla or the plain, whatever you prefer. But a half cup almond milk goes in the night before, and then that has to go in the refrigerator overnight, ready the next morning. So I've got some here straight out of the fridge that I've had in there overnight, and you can see the difference in there. It has absorbed all of that almond milk, and it's swelled till it's almost a completely full jar. And like I said, you can just stir this up and eat it cold if you prefer, but I like to microwave mine for 45 seconds. So those have been microwaved for 45 seconds. And now is the best part. I'm going to add some of that delicious coconut honey butter. And I put about 2 teaspoons of this. And if you guys saw my video on that, you know that it is equal parts. So if you didn't have some of this made up ahead of time, you could just add 1 teaspoon of coconut oil and 1 teaspoon of honey. Just make sure that your coconut oil is virgin and unrefined, and that your honey is raw and unpasteurized. And then I just stir that in, and because I microwaved them, it's going to melt that coconut oil and honey super quick. But make sure that you add it after the microwave, because like I told you guys in the video for the coconut honey butter, you don't want that coconut oil to reach cooking temperatures, because it will kill out some of its natural benefits, and we don't want that. We want all of those glorious benefits. So there it is, and you can see that it completely filled my 1 cup jar, and these are absolutely delicious, super good for you. This would be a great place for some of the homemade pumpkin spice seasoning that I made over on my Crafty channel. I'll go ahead and include a link for that video too if you guys want to do that. So if you guys give these a try, let me know. I want to know how you like them. I want to know if you come up with any new variations that maybe I haven't tried, and some wonderful healthy fruits or other things that we could add to those. But these are one of my very favorite breakfasts, and they're so good for you. So you guys be sure to subscribe to my Healthy YouTube channel. Also go over and give me a like on my Facebook page. And be sure to join our Facebook group, Healthy Minds and Bodies. You can follow me on Pinterest and Instagram, and also over on my blog, selfhealthy.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.